Hey y'all. All right, welcome on. I'm going to do a really quick training on how to get paid using Stripe. So, I know we're always doing trainings about like how to build brand recognition and gain awareness and all of the things, but this brand, Social Jane Media, is also about making you money, right? So I recently had a consultation call with someone that's brand new into the Social Jane community, and I was so honored to get to meet her. Mindy, if you're watching this, hey girl, this is for you. So we were talking and she's like, I really am struggling with like, how do I get paid? Do I use PayPal? Do I use Venmo? Like, what's the best way of getting paid for my products and my services? All right, you guys, I use Stripe. That's what I like to use. It has one of the best percentages when it comes to like payment processing, and it's free. It's free to set up. So you don't pay a monthly subscription or anything like that. Now, I know that Venmo and PayPal, like they have more capabilities now than maybe they did a few years ago. But what I like about Stripe is you can do, of course, like flat rate invoicing. You can also do recurring invoicing. So if it's like a subscription service, you can even have like metered usage. So let's say, you sell 100 of something, but you want to count down like the usage that's being sold, you can do that kind of stuff inside of Stripe. Now, I don't utilize it for all of those capabilities, but I know that they're there. And so I want to mention it to you. But what I'm going to do is do a really quick screen share. We're going to run into Stripe. I'm going to show you how simple it is to set up your account and how to create like a flat rate invoice for your products. And you're going to be ready to go to start making money. All right. So we're going to add the screen over here. All right. So you're going to go to stripe.com. And so let's just start from the search bar. Okay. So Stripe login, which actually it's probably going to take you into my account because I think it's already logged in. Yes, it is. All right. Let me sign out. And you're going to need to have like your bank account and all of those things on standby. So I'll get into the sign up process. Um, you know, like I'm not going to go into the bank account. So you need to have an email. Make sure it's an email that you check, your full name, the country that you're in, create a password here. I'm just going to do one that I use every so often. Oops, I don't think I wrote that out. And create the account. All right. So I already have an account under my Social Jane Media email address. So obviously I had to use a different account for this example. And now we have to verify my email. We'll jump over to my Gmail account and verify email. Boom. You guys can all do this. Simple stuff so far. Okay. So activate payments on your account, fill out your business profile, and get activated. All right, so start with some basics. So this is where you're going to want to spend a little bit of time and get all of the things outlined. So we're located in the United States. The type of business is an individual, a company, nonprofit, right? So we're going to say individual for now. And then you're going to import your business details and all of the kind of things like this is how you get paid. So you have to do these steps, right? So we're going to say, if you already have like an LLC or anything of the sort, you can put that information in here. But let's say you don't, right? You can use your personal information and you are going to need to put in your social. If for some reason there's like a business EIN number, you're going to have these opportunities to put that information in, but it's okay if it's just yours, right? It doesn't have to be a business EIN just yet if that's not something you have just yet. So activating your Stripe account, super easy. I'm not going to run through all of those steps with you guys. So let me go ahead and get over to, once you're in, right, you're going to have your dashboard. Let me actually sign out of this one because this is the new account that I just started. I'm going to show you guys the pre-existing account that I have with the products. Okay. Stay signed in. And Stripe is good about having like double opt-ins for your logins and stuff, so it's pretty secure. All right. So this is sort of your home base, your dashboard. It'll tell me, it'll tell you how much money you've been making and all of that. So what you want to look for is over here on the left-hand side when you go to more and then you go to product catalog. This is where you're going to create your products. So what I like to do is create a product and then I will embed that product into my website, into a sales funnel, right? But if you don't have those things just yet, it's okay. You can just email an invoice to somebody and get paid. That's what I did in the beginning and it was super easy. So what you're going to want to do is click on add product and then we're going to name our product. So let's say we are doing, we'll say 20-hour time block for branding work, right? Just whatever. So, for example, whenever I was talking with Mindy, she was talking about how she does like flannels. She does craft stuff, right? She bleaches them and she sells them and she sort of makes the flannels just look really awesome. But she wants to get paid for them and she wants to do it in a really professional way. And something that's great about Stripe as well is there's a whole reporting function too. So when it comes time to do your taxes, you're going to be able to pull reports really, really easily and utilize them to file your taxes or email them off to your CPA or whatever you do, right? So that's one of the reasons I like to use Stripe and have all of my payments come from this platform. So I don't have to be searching my Venmo account, my PayPal account, and all these different places to try to find where I got paid. It only happens here. Like that's what I make sure of. So go ahead and put in, whatever you want here as a description. This is going to appear, so where it says appears at checkout on the customer portal and in quotes. So whatever you write here, the customer is going to see. So just make sure that, you stay professional. If you want to do an image upload, something that I like to do is put my logo. So I have a logo here. It should be the right size, but if it's too big, it'll tell you, and then you just need to resize it. Yeah, so this is good. So this logo, it'll appear on checkout as a, PNG or whatever. So that way, when someone gets the invoice, they're like, oh, right, okay, I know who this person is. And then, of course, you can have product tax codes depending on if it's like tangible goods, if it's services, typically electronically supplied services, right? Like that's what I do with the branding work. It is tangible stuff, but it's digital, right? And if you needed to like read more about it, just, read more. More product options. When you click down here, you can have more information on the statement and the invoice that you send to them. It's really up to you. Like it says, it's all optional here. So it's up to you. And then you click next. And now this is where you can have sort of the different payment types. So a one-off, charge a one-time fee. This is just going to be your flat rate like invoice. You can do recurring for an ongoing fee. And you can even choose like the pricing model if it's packaged pricing, tiered pricing, usage, flat rate. So I'm going to do flat rate as a one-off. And you will notice when it does the recurring, when you scroll down, it says like, is it recurring daily, weekly, monthly? So you can change these qualities down here if you happen to do the recurring fee. But for this example, we're just going to do a one-time flat rate, and we'll say it's like $2,000, right? Final price, $2,000 plus tax. And if you needed to change up the currency, you could. That's one really fantastic thing about Stripe is it works like all over the world. I know, for example, Venmo like doesn't work in Canada or something like that. So that's also another reason that I chose to use Stripe is so I don't have to bounce around to these different platforms and I can do business with people all over the world. All right. And then as you keep scrolling and inputting your fields, you can do more descriptions here. And the lookup key is kind of like for you on your end. It makes future pricing changes easier. Lookup keys can be unique across all prices. So that's kind of like for you. Now we've got a preview over here of flat rate, one quantity. Taxes are going to be the origin address, which I'm in Texas, so that's what it's going to grab from. The sales tax is 8.25%, but digital non-tangible goods aren't always taxed. So you'll see if it'll come through as something that is taxed. And so if that all looks right, you just click next. And we've got our one last look before we add our product, 20-hour time block, put whatever you want here as a description. I've got my logo, priced at $2,000, and all of these optional fields I can put in if I want, and we add a product. So what you do once you add the product, this could be the point where you're like, okay, great, now what? So you see it's up here at the top, 20-hour time block. So if you click on these, you can go in and you can edit what you just did. You can archive it or delete it. But what we want to do is grab the payment link. We want to get paid now, right? So click into the actual product. And when you scroll down here under pricing, you're going to see create payment link. So you'll get a little preview of what that's going to look like for the customer. And then as you scroll down here, you can select, like if you want to grab their address, you can have that be prompted to where they have to put in their address, or they have to put in a phone number, or you can add some sort of custom field if there's some sort of information that you're wanting. And there's all sorts of like allow promo codes. Let's say maybe you've got like a BOGO or, something going on. You can allow some promotion codes here, and even provide tax IDs if you do, nonprofit kind of stuff. So yeah, this is all. And then pay is the call to action, or book or donate, right? So you can utilize this, the Stripe account for a couple different ways. So this is what it's going to look like, $2,000, and then you just create the link. So now that the link is created, what I tend to do is I will just copy this right to my clipboard, and then I'll run over to my email and paste it right in. And then you send it to whoever you need to send it to. You get the invoice sent off, and you follow up with your customer, 24, 48 hours later if you haven't been paid, and let them know that they got an invoice. It's pretty much as simple as that. So there's your how to get paid via Stripe. And I hope you guys found this helpful. Mindy, thank you so much for bringing it up, that sometimes we forget some of the simple stuff when we get started building our businesses. And you guys don't have to use all sorts of different platforms to get paid. Stripe, it can work all over the world, and it's super simple to set up and pretty user friendly. So hope you found it helpful. I'll see you in the next